Hi there crafters, Louise with you today. Thanks for checking out my video. It's my first share for the June 2025 Kitaholic Kit. It is a travel themed kit this month, but that doesn't necessarily mean you need to use it for travel. Later in the month I will show you a scrapbook layout, which is just a normal picture of a day in the life, one of those moments captured, and that is I'm going to use this kit as well. So the first layout of the month can always be quite a challenge. I do find that I struggle a little bit. It can be a little bit overwhelming to try and choose something out of the kit that I want to focus on or feature. I do love a simple stories collection. I find them very easy to work with. The combination of the pattern papers, which include things like tags and Project Life type cards, can make creating really easy. So I have pulled out this travel photo. So last year in 2024, we did an Outback Queensland trip over 2 weeks, and sort of the cusp of that was the Birdsville races, which was on hubby's bucket list of things to do in his life. And this is a photo snapped of the day we left home. So packed up the van. We actually hired a van. We don't own one ourselves and didn't want to invest in one for ourselves. And there's a great bunch of companies where you can actually hire a van. It was really reasonable priced. So if you're looking at traveling, I would absolutely suggest this. The van, packed it all up. The car was all packed. We had everything we needed, and we were ready to hit the road. And that's going to be my first travel themed layout for this month's kit. Now, I really liked the Away We Go Project Life tag, and I decided to build that into a cluster. But because we are on that sort of left-hand side of the photo, I felt like the photo should go to the right. It just, nothing was quite working for me this day. I really struggled to create, and really I hope you enjoy this part here, because I could not get this little piece of foam thicker embellishment to go on straight. I don't know what it was sticking to, but it was frustrating me, and I could not get it in the right position. So I had to peel it back a couple of times and have a few goes, which was just one of those frustrating things at the time, particularly if your mojo is missing and you are struggling to create a little bit. I've had some health challenges lately, and that's sort of been taking up a bit of my time, which has stopped me from doing as much scrapping as I'd like. But anyway, I'm sharing this layout with you. So I do love this little scalloped edge strip down low, and I picked the background paper, but it needed a little bit of white to build on. So I've just used a 9x12 piece of cardstock in the plain white to build my layers against, and more use that sort of 12x12 coloured background as more of a sort of a mounting type of background. I built my little cluster, as you could see. When I am sort of thinking about putting a layout together, I try to incorporate either a journaling tag, so where it says note, or think about where I'm actually going to put my journaling, because sometimes you can get a bit overwhelmed and put too many embellishments on and really not leave yourself enough space for journaling. So I wanted to make sure that I had that to incorporate. And lately I've been doing a lot of sort of doodled borders, and that's, I think, really fun to have a little play with. I like this little cluster in that left hand area, but it needed something in the bottom right. So I tore out a little strip of paper, folded some edges back, and I'm going to tuck a patterned paper in behind there. Of course, just going with a white in that bottom section. I didn't want to overwhelm the layout too much. I didn't want to introduce too many new colours, so just keeping it quite subtle and adding a little bit of an area of interest in that bottom section. So continuing along, thinking about, is there anything else I want to add to this layout? I'm not hugely loving my creations from this month's kit, and I know that sounds a little bit ungrateful, and I it's not that I don't appreciate the kit and getting to create with it. I love the kit itself. I think the biggest issue I have is that I absolutely loved last month's creations. I really enjoyed that really rustic 49er Market kit, which is different for me because I normally love a bright coloured collection and simple stories particularly, but something in me is just not feeling it at the moment. So being completely honest and transparent, you know, my scrappy mojo must definitely be missing. I'm creating and I love that I'm recording these memories, but I'm not 100% sold that these are some of my best creations. And you know, when we're making videos to showcase design team work, it's really just about inspiring new crafters. So even if there's something small or a little piece of something that you can take away to get your own creative juices flowing, I hope that that will actually happen for you. I did switch the journaling spot and the photo back around. I did just prefer it over that right hand side. I was looking at the travel kit embellishments and trying to see if there was anything that I could add additionally into here, and I had missed a few things. These little embellishments that are already popped up on foam I think are a really fun little addition, and I think part of the problem here was that I should have mounted my photo either on coloured cardstock or just a plain, like given it a black border or something. It just needed something. The photo was getting a little bit lost. So I've got a few things that I want to work on before I start creating my next page to share this kit with you. But you get a bit of an idea of what's inside of it, and yeah, so getting to see what the design team is creating, which is always fun. At this stage, yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm actually looking to see if I can mount or tuck anything behind the layers. Do I need to build them up in the left-hand side? I did eventually find something else just to tuck behind that photo to give it a little bit more dimension. But essentially, I can't fiddle with this too much longer. It's got a lot of stuff already. It's ready to be mounted on the page and finished, and I can tick the little box for our trip to say that first day we left is done. All right, final steps. I'm going to use some of the little enamel dots. I love these. I love that they kind of look like splatters when you sprinkle them around, but they're not quite as messy. And then that is my first layout share for June complete. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and can't wait to share some more projects with you.